episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. He gave his take on the difference between Republicans and Democrats. Take a look.
Politics in this country is binary. You have to wear everything anyone on your side does. Republicans are the party of don't wear masks, kids in cages, lock her up, and Democrats are the party of every hypersensitive social justice warrior, woke story in the news.
She's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Brace yourself, because Bill Maher is cutting through the political chaos like a knife through butter. He's laying out how the battle between Republicans and Democrats has morphed from a disagreement into a full-blown identity crisis. These days, loyalty to your party isn't about beliefs, it's about echoing every meme, slogan, and headline your side throws out. The Republicans are still charging forward with anti-mask energy and lock-her-up chants, treating rebellion like it's part of the outfit. It's not about policies anymore. It's about showing off who can look the toughest.
She's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
On the flip side, the Democrats have turned activism into pure theater. Every hot-button issue becomes a trending meltdown. Protests turn into Instagram moments, and for some reason, the spotlight always seems to land on someone who fits the Hollywood mold. Maher doesn't sugarcoat it, he's calling it political cosplay. No one's asking meaningful questions or searching for real solutions. It's just a game of clout chasing, outrage addiction, and who can dominate the week's headlines. Both parties are more obsessed with appearances than actual results. Meanwhile, regular Americans are stuck watching this non-stop reality show without realizing they're the ones being played.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that it's called, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America. There is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
Let's be honest, Whoopi's jokes are hit or miss. When they land, they sting, and when they don't, it's awkward. But this time, the heat wasn't on her. Nope, it was Joy Behar who got lit up, not by just anyone Bill Maher brought. The fire. Last week, Joy spoke up, and Maher unleashed a roast so brutal, it had social media in an uproar. Viewers cheered like it was a championship game. Maher's takedown wasn't just funny, it was overdue. And what kicked it all off? Joy took a shot at Caroline Leavitt, and it backfired spectacularly.
Politics in this country is binary. You have to wear everything anyone on your side does. Republicans are the party of don't wear masks, kids in cages, lock her up, and Democrats are the party of every hypersensitive social justice warrior, woke story in the news. They're the party that disappears people or tries to make them apologize for ridiculous things.
Joy went low and claimed Caroline Leavitt only got the press secretary job because of her dress size. Yeah, really. According to Joy, being a size 10 is now a legit White House qualification. The internet didn't just cringe, it exploded. The irony. Joy's been making wild comments for years without anyone ever questioning what qualifies her to say anything. When Alyssa Farah Griffin tried to redirect the conversation by highlighting Caroline's experience and political background, though Joy brushed it off like none of that mattered. That's when Maher lost it. Oh, no theatrics. Just cold, hard truth delivered with his signature deadpan.
A 10?
We'll be right back.
No, Joy, Jesse was a 7.
Joy Behar calls her a 10. I mean, how dare she objectify a woman with a rating system, but it's such a typical thing from a 1.5.
He tore through Joy's logic, spotlighted the hypocrisy, and made one thing obvious: if you're going to throw shade, don't live in a glass house. Woke Twitter was in a frenzy. Some tried to defend Joy. Others were mortified. Everyone was. Watching, Maher's takedown instantly became the viral moment of the week. Say what you want about him, but Maher doesn't sugarcoat. He says it straight. This time, he took direct aim at The View itself. According to him, it's not even a talk show anymore. It's a scripted group think session. Real conversation? Gone. Debate. shut down, and guess who's always the first to silence dissent? Joy Behar, the self-declared queen of daytime dogma. Even when her own co-host Alyssa brings up facts, Joy's not having it. Roll the eyes, dismiss it, move on.
Empowering feminist Joy herself, everyone. And this is why, of course, she's on The View and not working for the most powerful man in the world, because Caroline would wipe the floor with you bitter banshees any day.
In Joy's world, if you're not parroting the party line, you're automatically wrong. And Maher didn't just single her out, he took a flamethrower to the whole setup. He made it clear, if Levitt had been picked by a Democrat, the same. Women mocking her would be applauding. The double standard is so thick, you'd need heavy machinery to break through. This wasn't just aimed at Behar. It was a call-out of the entire elite liberal club that pretends to be fair while playing favorites. Maher's point was sharp if you want to claim the moral high ground. Stop playing dirty in plain sight. If Levitt were on Team Blue, Joy would be in the front row cheering like it's a victory parade. But because she's working under Trump, suddenly she's just a body with no brain.
What really ticks me off about him, though, is this laughing Kamala remark. It's such a remark, because a guy I was with over the weekend, a friend of mine, they said Kamala's laugh annoys me. Remember they said that about Hillary's laugh, that she was cackling. And men, you know, they don't like a funny woman. They're afraid if you laugh or you make a joke, that maybe you'll do that when they're in bed with you. It's like this.
That's the state of The View right now, reducing women to what they're wearing if they don't fit the preferred script. And the twist? If anyone else had reduced a woman to her body, Joy would have launched a social media crusade. She'd be demanding apologies, calling for boycotts, and probably scheduling interviews about it. But when the insult comes from her side, it's silence. Nothing. That hypocrisy didn't slip past Maher Greg Gutfeld. He came in swinging too, saying Joy didn't just insult Levitt, she insulted every woman who ever fought to be taken seriously. Gutfeld said it plain. Apparently, you're only empowered if you vote Democrat.
What now? So if you don't like Kamala Harris's weird cackling, it's because you fear her in the boudoir?
Huh?
That's a theory there, Joy. I feel like, given her personal history, I mean, Willie Brown and all, that's probably not what people are thinking about Kamala Harris when they are thinking about that type of activity, but sure, go with that.
That kind of double standard is why people are tuning out, shaking their heads and ignoring daytime talk shows. Because if someone had said the same thing about a Democrat, Joy would have been sobbing on camera and waving the cancel culture flag. But when she's the one throwing shade, suddenly it's just a joke. The same crowd that preaches diversity and inclusion suddenly loses their voice. When one of their own goes low on a conservative, no outrage, no accountability, just silence. Why? Because it was aimed at someone on the right. Meanwhile, Levitt is doing the job. She's sharp, poised, and clearly earned her spot. But instead of respect, Joy tossed out an insult disguised. As commentary, Gutfeld didn't hold back. He said what most people were thinking.
The idea that Trump won with some kind of mandate is not true. I mean, we have information there. He beat Kamala Harris by 1.6%. Joe Biden beat Trump by 4.5%, and nobody said it was a mandate. So get that out of your lips, out of your mouth. These people were saying it's a mandate. It's not a mandate.
Joy Behar, once again, is very confused. The reason that Trump is said to have a mandate here is not because he won the election by 1.6%. He didn't win the election by 1.6%. He won the election in a landslide. He got 312 electoral.
Joy's lobbing insults from a glass house, and she's not exactly a supermodel herself. That one stung, but it landed. The truth. Joy's not critiquing Levitt's background. She's intimidated. Caroline's running press briefings in the White House, while Joy's recycling the same old jokes to a table of clapping co-hosts. To Joy, Caroline doesn't belong. But here's what she won't admit. Levitt were a young progressive. She'd already be hailed as a trailblazer. It's not about age. It's about brains, professionalism, and cool under fire. And Levitt's got all of it. That's why Joy's seething, because Levitt dares to succeed without bowing to the left.
Votes is what determines who wins the presidential election. He only needed 270 to win, and he got 312. Totally destroyed Kamala Harris. That number, the 1.6 or 1.8% that she's referencing, is the popular vote. Trump also won the popular vote. First time a Republican's done that in 20 years.
Huge.
Democrats have an advantage in the popular vote because Republicans generally don't campaign in the big Democrat states, New York and California, because the Democrats are going to win it anyway. It's a waste of campaign dollars.
And if you think that's too harsh, just look at Joy's recent logic. She claimed people who don't enjoy Kamala Harris's laugh are misogynists? Yes, seriously. Disliking someone's laugh now equals hatred of women? That's where the discourse is. Since when is having ears a political stance? But this is typical for The View. One second they're debating policy, the next they're redefining sexism like it's a game show. It's hard to tell if they even believe what they're saying, or if they're just tossing out bait to stir the pot.
This was Joy on The View on Friday.
What was your reaction? Well, my reaction was I was at Costco buying, 10 boxes of Keurig coffee, and my watch started to buzz, and I got so excited I started leaking a little bit.
Just when you didn't think you could be more upset, you have to picture Joy Behar's vagina.
Let's be honest, this isn't real analysis. It's chaos wrapped in applause, cues, and studio lighting. When Joy said disliking Kamala's laugh makes you a misogynist, the mental leap was absurd. That's not a political point, that's verbal gymnastics. Ben Shapiro didn't even have to try. He crushed that argument with ease. His point was simple. Not everything's about gender or race. Some stuff is just annoying. Kamala's laugh, it's grating. That doesn't make someone sexist. But say that out loud and suddenly you're the villain of the week. The woke playbook is clear. Disagree and you get labeled. Critique one icon and boom, you're canceled.
Leaking at a Costco. I don't want it. I didn't want any of the events that happened late last week. What's going on? Why? There's such a thing as TMI. There really is. It was inappropriate. She's inappropriate. It was disgusting. And no one wants to be thinking about that. But on the larger point, that's how rabid they are. Mm-hmm. It literally caused her to pee her pants. She was so excited to see Donald Trump convicted, like a 3-year-old seeing Goofy at Disney.
Because if these folks ever had to defend their beliefs in a real debate, no script, no cozy stage they'd fold. And that's exactly what happened. Michael Knowles didn't just challenge Joy Behar, he dismantled her. Every weak point she made, he shut it down with facts. Calculated, and ruthless. By the end, she looked like she was arguing with a brick wall. A smart one. And here's the kicker where 3 months into Trump's second term and Joy's, still acting like it's a nightmare she hasn't woken up from. Her and her media circle are stuck in rewind, still clinging to tired sound bites and old scandals. Meanwhile, Maher and Knowles are cutting through the spin like a buzzsaw.
Okay, Joy is okay, but it was a scary moment at first when she missed her mark trying to sit down and her swivel.
Megyn Kelly didn't hold back either. She said Joy was so rattled by Trump's conviction news that she had a meltdown in a Costco aisle. Seriously, Kelly called it a full-scale breakdown in aisle 7. She wasn't joking. She mocked Joy for branding herself as some calm, collected intellect only to come undone at the mention of Trump. Kelly nailed it. He's not just in her head, he's redecorating. Joy's reactions have gone from political to personal to embarrassing. If a conservative woman had done half of this, Joy would have turned it into a week of mockery. But when she stumbles, the spin kicks in. She dodged the chair during filming, and instead of owning the moment, she doubled down with more Trump rage. Maybe it's time she worried less about politics and more about grip strength. Bottom line, Behar's not leading the conversation. Anymore, she's becoming the punchline. But she's not going anywhere, and neither is The View. Lucky for us, people like Maher and Kelly are still out here calling it all out loud, sharp, and unfiltered.